Oleg, you work on homes. You've always been self-employed.
Yes.
You always been
life.
take care of yourself. You always paid your taxes.
Yes.
You've always did everything yourself.
Every day. Exactly. Yes.
Now, you had a health scare recently.
Yes.
What happened?
Getting older, I got scared fair because I born with a defective mitral valve, and I didn't pay attention for years until I got a little older, and all of a sudden I got out of breath, couldn't breathe, so I went to hospital.
Now you're a solid red Republican, aren't you?
Well, put it this way, I'm a fair Republican.
Right.
Not ultra-conservative.
Right.
Or not ultra-crazy nuts.
There was a time, if I remember talking to you, that you weren't necessarily into Obama, but now you're telling me, wow, thank God for Obamacare.
Like I said, if I could meet President Obama today, I would kiss his in the butt. Because thank for him that we have Obamacare, and thank God that most of us qualify, and I don't make millions of dollars. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. I would just go and shoot myself because nobody want to touch me. I applied to at least 20 different insurance companies, from Aetna to some unknown insurance company who doesn't, not even on the map. And every one of them, first question was, did you have a pre-existing condition? Yes, I had it. Okay, we'll call you.
Never called you.
Never call me back.
Even though that's illegal now.
Exactly. They're supposed to technically take it, but they don't care. And one of them said, I almost fill up an application. They want my money to draw in, and then they said, underwriter did not approve me.
Right.
Why? I didn't have a heart attack. I'm not vegetable. I don't have anything else but a little battery replacement. Why is that supposed? And half of this country work with the high blood pressure.
So this is private insurance that you're trying to get. You're trying to get private insurance.
I was trying to get.
So then, well, no, as a Republican, I imagine that you would definitely support Medicare for all where you can.
No, I support Obamacare. I support some kind of help.
Right.
Or fair medication, or fair medical treatment, or fair medical help.
Isn't that Medicare for all?
No, I don't want a Medicare for all.
Well, why is it that you don't?
Obamacare is helping us as by the law, okay, to people who cannot afford it.
What is it about Medicare for all that you don't want?
I don't think government can afford for all. Then we would be a Canada or England, because I know.
And the question about that, is it Canadian medicine better than American medicine? Though, I mean, if you were in Canada, wouldn't you have gotten taken care of?
A medical quality. It's the question when you get that quality.
But do you know that if you were actually sick and needed care in Canada or UK, you get it right away? Not if you're in an emergency situation.
Emergency, anybody, I can go to emergency today.
Right.
It can only help me so much.
But again, don't you think that first of all, the things that they talk about, it takes a long wait is not true, first of all. That's not true. I've tested it.
I had some relatives that live in Canada with my ex-wife, and they had to go to Florida for treatment for cancer and some other stuff. Why? Because it was a line of wait in certain hospitals, and they couldn't get it. And you took in Montreal, and you took in Toronto.
Well, question: we spend about twice as much as Canada, so we wouldn't have that kind of wait.
First of all, we don't have 30 million people. We have 320.
It scales. It doesn't matter. It scales. I mean, if you got a whole lot more jobs, you'll hire a lot more people.
Percentage-wise, you may be on the
same.
The same thing. They 30 million. They spend so much. We spend so much.
Right.
Okay? But I tell you one thing: before Obamacare, before they made the law, and you just said something that I didn't know.
Yes.
It's against the law right now.
Yes.
To accept you.
Right.
But all these private insurance companies don't care.
Of course not. That's why we need to make single payer, because nobody can say no. Let me ask you a foolish question.
You know what?
Yeah.
They have a drug czar. Okay?
Yeah.
Why don't you make a medical czar?
We need that
the
too.
The one that we can call,
yes,
send a letter and complain,
but
they can reprimand those medical companies.
But why? Let me ask you this: why do you want to? Why do you want to pay 10 CEOs several $1 million? Why do you want to spend money for advertising that don't have to be spent? That is where your money go in private insurance. Yeah. Why do you want to do that? Why don't you want one person paying the bill so that all that money that would have been paid to that executive?
Same thing that you don't want to pay for Nike $500 because they pay some.
But that's private.
Celebrity.
You don't have to have a shoe, but you have to have your health care.
That's right. And we have a Medicare and Medicaid at some point, okay?
Right, but what I'm saying, why are we giving our money to rich CEOs? Why are we giving our money to rich? Why not
because
just give it to
no
one?
criteria or ceiling cap or something, whatever you call it. Okay?
Why don't we just have one payer? One person who pays the bill so that we don't have those other expenses. Why don't we have that?
I don't disagree.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
That's Medicare for all.
Yes.
That is Now, if that is Medicare for all, do you want Medicare for all? If that is it.
Insurance company are a stock company, okay?
Yes.
Stockholders.
So my question to you
and
again.
by the way, when I'm telling you,
Yes.
okay, you have to be right.
Yes.
They got a CEO on top of CEO on top of CEO.
Right. That has to get paid on millions.
Yes, they have a huge benefit. They have
Right.
good stuff. They have French benefit, you name it.
Right.
And what do they do exactly?
Nothing.
What do they do?
Nothing.
Every 2 years they change him, they kick him out.
And they pay a bill.
That's right.
So my question to you again, Oleg, I think if you get rid of your ideology, you would agree with me that Medicare for all is the only thing for healthcare. I'm not talking about
Let me put it this
Nike.
way. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm almost senior citizen.
Yes,
right
sir.
now, I actually senior.
Yes.
And I'm already collecting Social Security.
Yes.
Here's my input on that stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Screw all other unnecessary expensive, from military bullshit to other crap and everything else, and put for people's health.
So, Oleg?
We work. Excuse me. I work for 45 years.
Yes, you did.
40 years. I pay
Taxes.
I pay. What do you call this?
Medicaid.
No.
Social Security.
Social Security. I pay Social Security.
And Medicare.
And Medicare and everything else. And what do I get? I have to wait until 70 to get so much.
So, again, if I can break you from your ideology, you would agree with me that Medicare for all is the
Yes,
answer.
I probably agree 100%. Yes.
So that's all
Since I got sick and since I got a little older, you gotta change your point of view.
Thank
to
you.
The point when people deserve more than they get it right now.
Thank you, sir.
And government should care more for people than care for tchotchkes and crap and everything else.
Gracias, amigo.